Hello, hello. I'm Michael's son. Well, I'm back. Today we resume reading of the great letters of the Spirit. We start reading letter 3. And Excerpt 1 of letter 3 covers the following essentially. First, it tells us that we need to turn away from old Christian dogma to know universal truth in full, completely. Once again, it refers to the law of sowing and reaping, which is the very law of cause and effect, and which is a fundamental law of existence. And finally, it tells us that God, Father love, although He is universal, He is also individual and personal for every single person. Please enjoy the reading. Letter 3, Excerpt 1. Context and purpose of this letter. Quieten your mind to read and study the letters. You must turn away from Christian dogma to know universal truth fully. The law of sowing and reaping is the same law of cause and effect and is the fundamental law of existence. Although Father love is universal, it is also individual for every person. Letter 3. Since these letters take you into a spiritual mental dimension transcending the human plane of activities and concerns, they will be best absorbed if preceded by a time of stillness and relaxation. Quieten your minds, if possible, going into a state of inner silence of thought. It is only when you are in this completely receptive state that these letters will penetrate your human thought with their reality. My boundless celestial love impels me to return again and again to write to mankind with the intention that finally, as many of you who are ready to receive it will possess the knowledge which will enable you to transcend your humanhood and merge into Father consciousness, the true love consciousness in which are realized all things bountiful and beautiful. As I have said previously and want to repeat, my entire mission on earth was prompted by love and was directed only at teaching the truth of existence, for without this knowledge there is no hope of redemption from the travail which mankind is born to endure. I know this statement will bring much grief to sincere and dedicated followers of the Christian religion and those who have centered their entire faith on the person of Jesus. But I tell you truly, to succeed in ridding yourselves of the humanhood which holds you back from the full realization of universal truth and the understanding of the true nature of the spiritual human condition I called the kingdom of God, you must turn away from the old dogmas of salvation by the blood of the Lamb, the Trinity, and other beliefs, and come with perfectly open, receptive minds to the truth of existence. No other salvation is possible. God cannot save you, since, in ignorance of the facts of existence, mankind will continue to make the same earthbound mistakes till the end of time, thus creating his own sickness and misery. Furthermore, no matter what a man's belief may be in regard to salvation from sins, this is a human fallacy, since the law of cause and effect is imponderable and an intrinsic, inherent, natural characteristic of existence. You cannot divorce effects from causation, nor can you erase causation and still have effects. In every level of being, this is truth. You may now be sufficiently advanced in your thinking to be able to receive the following fundamental truth concerning your earthly existence. The law of cause and effect reaping and sowing, is a visible effect of what you call electromagnetism, and no one who has any knowledge of science would expect God to set aside the laws of electromagnetism, which are those of activity, bonding, rejection. Activity, bonding, rejection, or movement, attraction, repulsion are the fundamental impulses of existence and of human consciousness itself, which have brought about your visible forms in life and are the only instruments or tools of creation. They are responsible for the formation of substance or matter, and also for the development of individualized forms, and finally of personality itself and all living entities. Since these laws are fundamental to your individualized existence, it is impossible to set them aside. Therefore, you cannot ignore the problems inherent to your individualized existence and believe that God will save you from them. Your only hope of final escape, of stepping off the treadmill of human experience, is to recognize and acknowledge them and then work minute by minute to transcend them and eventually merge in purity of mind, heart, and action, and become one with universal love consciousness, the Father which does the love work. At the same time, as you grow in awareness of the true nature of the Father within you and transcending you and all around you, you will come to have undeviating faith that, in every circumstance, you can draw upon the inspiration, power, and upliftment directly from the Father within and around you. You will come to know it is really the Father which supports and guides you into the kingdom of Father love consciousness. It will become abundantly clear to you that while the Father is universal, it is also individual for you. It knows you, is aware of your thinking and your problems. Within the Father love consciousness are the perfect solutions awaiting your recognition. When you recognize them, you will be released from pain when you become pliable and willing to listen. Hello, dear brother. So, how do you like the reading? Probably you didn't like it at all. Because if you are a devout Christian, if you have founded your faith entirely on the person of Jesus Christ, then you must not have liked this reading. Because this reading tells you, and I'm telling you, dear brother, if you truly want to grow spiritually, if you really want to know universal truth, the truth of your real life, of this real world, of the ultimate reality that we depend upon, of the ultimate reality that we are, and grow spiritually, you must turn away from old Christian dogma. You must turn away from the belief in salvation by the Lamb of the Lord. You must turn away from the belief of the physical resurrection of the dead, of Jesus Christ, and of the dead generally. You must turn away from the belief in the Holy Trinity, etc. Because these beliefs are not true. They are myths. But the most important thing really is that you cannot ignore and you cannot escape, and neither can I. We cannot escape the law of sowing and reaping, which is the very law of cause and effect, and is a fundamental law of an existence. It is an inherent, a natural characteristic of existence. Because we are not solid. This world is not solid, and that includes us. We are, you are, dear brother. an individualized manifestation of divine energy, of the substance of this world. And that permeates your entire being, all your impulses, your fundamental impulses, your existence and your consciousness. And that means that you create your life through application, whether you like it or not, whether you believe in it or not. And that's what has happened up to this point when you're listening to me. Through application, through the living of the law of sowing and reaping, you create your life with everything, with all your deeply ingrained mental attitude, your mindset, and with your deep emotional patterns. You're constantly, permanently sowing the reaping of tomorrow. And you're reaping today what you sowed in the past. Every single day. You cannot escape that. It is a fact of existence. So you cannot ignore the problems inherent in your life and expect that there's a God that will save you from them. Because there is no such thing, dear brother. There is no such thing. I know that many of you who are listening to me, are getting tired and bored and maybe fed up with what you hear at Mass on Sundays or Saturday evenings, or at the religious service on weekdays, some weekday evening. You're getting fed up and you just don't believe in that any longer. And you realize that the priest or the pastor are just like you. They're trying desperately to find some new formula, some new interpretation formula of some ancient words that were written thousands of years ago. Dear brother, I know it is very hard and it takes a lot of courage to do that. But if you feel the impulse in your heart, if you truly feel the desire to go ahead and find the real truth of existence and find true meaning to your life, then you must do that. You must part with, you must turn away old Christian dogma. You must turn away from old Christian dogma. There is no other way. Okay? I'll leave my comment here. Thanks so much for being here today, dear brother. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting the button below. Give me a like if you like this video. And please, thanks so much for sharing with friends. Okay? I'll see you later, alligator. Love you all.